Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On 2nd down, Cook. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Burns. The 40, the 30, the 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On play action, it's Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it'll work for big yardage.
Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 19. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Burns. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin. They'll try the air now with Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Now Watson going to sneak it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They start the drive with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A second down carry for Ferguson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board. Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this is going to be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's third down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Fresh set of downs here.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Flex round!
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And now here's a carry heading left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Eric Kendricks coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Here we go now.
A toss to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their thing here before we get to halftime. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some room at the 30. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 49 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the D looking like they may blitz. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they try the right side here. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, here's Watson looking for the end zone. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
No, check, Patriot.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Going for it all. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dez Bryant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL.